Everyone, it's great to have you here. I'm Teresa Youngkin, and I'm passionate about helping healthcare leaders stay ahead of the curve when it comes to new technologies by simplifying IT concepts in a business-oriented language. So whether you're struggling with data initiatives or just trying to make informed decisions about new technologies you want to bring into your organization or dealing with the constant changes in the market, I got you covered. So let's talk about the summer series. This is going to be a pretty easy to listen to series. We're going to do a little bit of history. We're going to talk about things that kind of provoke some thoughts, nothing too heavy, but I want to bring you some innovative thinking, give you some background on what's happening in the markets, what's happening out in the world right now. So I would say that the discussion of AI in the business setting is really relevant today. So as of mid 2023, that's right now, right? Artificial intelligence has transformed the idea of AI, of artificial intelligence from that whole like 2001 A Space Odyssey, remember HAL 9000? Well, that's no longer here, right? AI has become a crucial part of our daily lives each and every day. All right, so we see AI powering your smartphone's virtual assistants to helping doctors diagnose diseases more accurately. You know what? AI has really made its mark across various sectors. So let's get a quick computer science 101 review. I would do this in the classroom, always give you a little bit of background before we dive into what we want to talk about today. So in the 1950s, right, we had computer technology and that introduced mainframes, and the government and big corporations like IBM were using them. They weren't really accessible to people. Then came along the personal computer, and then that's when like we got really excited, right? We could have that computing power in our homes. And that's when we started to hear names like Microsoft and Apple, right? In the 80s and the early 90s. Well, it takes a lot to remember what life was like before the internet. And in the early 90s, when it came about and it became ubiquitous, right? People could finally connect with people all over the world. It was this great a vision into freedom and a vision into more of Thomas Friedman says, right, like our world is flat, like we can go anywhere now and do anything and communicate with anybody. It opened up our minds and it brought around this whole new generation of thinking and process and strategy, right? So in 2007, then we have the iPhone, and that was a whole new era of communication, entertainment, and information because you could hold it in your hand, right? It was this one device, and it made computing accessible to billions of people around the world. You no longer were trapped in your house. You were mobile. You could move, and you could take it to places where people just didn't have resources to have computers. And then in 2010, we see the introduction of cloud computing on a large scale. That means that businesses and individuals now have access to computing resources over the internet. So we no longer had to have a server in your house. If you wanted to build something, you didn't have to like bring all that computing power into your home and pay for it. We could connect to the cloud. So that brought about a whole bunch of efficiency and scalability around various applications and industries. And then that's made available to everybody. That started a tsunami of development and advancements in technology. So after 2010, advancements start to come at a rapid fire. We've got the Internet of Things, blockchain, Web3, advanced robotics, augmented and virtual reality, AR and VR. And here we are today with AI. So I want to talk about the difference between AI and generative AI. There is a difference, and I just want to make that distinction because a lot of what you're hearing, like ChatGPT, that's more generative AI, and I'll explain what that is in just a second. So AI capabilities have been progressively improving with innovations in machine learning and deep learning algorithms. So they enable systems to learn, adapt, and even make decisions. So in today's AI systems, they can understand and respond to natural language. They can recognize massive amounts of data patterns. They can navigate autonomously, and they can even play complex games like chess, right? And then they beat still don't remember the chess master's name. But you know, they're out there beating like these geniuses. So over the past decade, those advancements in computational power and data storage and the whole new discipline of algorithmic development, they've enabled AI to become more like machine learning, ML. So those technologies, right? Now, every day, these technologies that incorporate artificial intelligence, We use them every day, right? So Amazon's Alexa, um, Netflix, Spotify, like when you get recommendations, well, that's AI and machine learning, right? So they've learned these algorithms, and sometimes they can even produce image recognition. They conduct natural language processing, and they can do predictive analytics, right? So they can start to learn from all of the things that are in here and think about the future. What's the next best step? So one of the most exciting and innovative subsets within AI is this generative AI. And it's an approach where the AI system learns and trains from the data. So it's not just taking it and kind of predicting the next steps, it's actually learning, and it trains itself to learn more, and it generates new content similar to the data that it's trained on. So it generates new content, unlike AI, which just kind of processes all of the data. Now we're creating new things. Now, new applications around are creating like realistic images, they're writing human-like text, they're composing music, and they're inventing new products or designs. Generative AI has the potential to augment our existing workflows and processes in various sectors. For instance, in the healthcare sector, right? It can generate 3D models of human organs for medical professionals to study. The automotive industry can create new car designs based on specific parameters. And in the entertainment industry, it can generate new music or artwork, even movie scripts. But like any other technology, generative AI also comes with challenges. So these include ensuring the generated content is ethical and it doesn't infringe on copyrights or preventing misuse, such as creating deepfake videos. And I don't know if you guys have heard, like recently, the whole Sarah Silverman piece where she's saying, hey, you took all my stuff and you're learning from it, so I should get a piece of it. So we're going to have these conversations again about, ownership and what is creative license and what's not creative license. So, you know what? Having this AI and this machine learning, it's great, and it ensures that technology is accessible and it's beneficial to everybody. But we've got to keep these things in mind as we're moving forward, the ethical parts of it and how it's going to affect us in different ways. So, right now, the current state of AI and the rise of generative AI indicate that we are in a really exciting future where AI isn't just a tool for analysis and automation and a partner in creative, it's really a partner in creativity and innovation. So as we continue to refine and we develop these technologies, the potential applications, they're vast and they can generally reshape our world. So as you think about AI, how do you use it in your business settings? How do you use it in your personal world? How do you use it to drive you forward? How do you use it in an ethical way? These are the questions I want you to be thinking about as we kind of go through this whole season of talking about generative AI and leaders, because it's up to us to be those thought leaders and to bring these ideas back to our organizations in a way that it's useful. Um, it produces a it produces efficiencies and effectiveness in our worlds. And it's just not another tool to drop in and another novelty. It's a powerful tool. We need to think about it. So let's spend the summer kind of noodling on these things. And I invite you to say, put in the comments, how have you been using generative AI? All right. I will catch you here again next week where we're going to have to continue this conversation on generative AI and leaders. So hey, have a great time. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you next week. Bye.